Jarasandha was known to be a great wrestler, and his birth was a different kind of birth in the sense, Jarasandha's father did not have children, so he went to a sage and asked for a blessing. The sage gave him a fruit, and a mango fruit, and said, "You give this fruit to your wife, she will bear for you a son." He had two wives. He loved both of them, and both of them were together when he came with the fruit. So he suddenly did not want to decide to which one to give. So it was very natural for him to cut the fruit and give two halves to both the wives. Both of them, when they delivered half a baby each. This distortion of a baby split in the center, he was terrified and they wanted to immediately do away with this, and these two pieces of an infant were given to a maid to go and discard in the forest, to be buried. They don't want the people to know that such a monstrosity has happened in the palace. They don't want anybody to know. Secretly go and bury it. But the maid took it to the forest, instead of burying, just threw it there and came on, because the labor of digging, why waste it? Some wild animal will eat it anyway. Then a cannibalistic tribe to which a Rakshasi belonged to, her name was Jara. She came and she saw these two pieces of flesh, picked it up, wrapped it in this thing, and went deeper into the forest to eat. But when she wrapped these two pieces of the infant in her clothing and walked, suddenly the child started crying. These two got enjoined and the little infant was crying. She picked up this little baby. Never before she had handled such a tender piece of life. She looked at this and she couldn't eat it. If it was a little bigger, she would have eaten it. This was too tender, too vulnerable and helpless. She could not eat, and her own maternal instincts would not let her do that. And she held the child, and then when she realized this has come from the palace, she found a person to take this back to the king. When a wonderful baby boy came home from two pieces of flesh, he was so happy, the king was so happy that he named his son after this Rakshasi. So he called his son Jarasandha, one who was put together by Jara.